Lots of good stuff in our Are You Serious section. And government is the problem, not the solution. And an oldie but a goodie from Ronald Reagan, one of the more fiscally responsible presidents in the United States. He's going to play a little clip here from Ronald Reagan in his earlier days.
And if government would shut the doors and sneak away for about 3 weeks, we'd never miss it.
How do you see the thing? How are we going to get out of this?
Well, Johnny, I think that one of the things is that people keep looking to government for the answer, and government's the problem. First of all, the American people, if they would just take a little inventory and look around, you triple our troubles, and we're better off than any other people on earth. And we've asked so much of government, and we've gotten in the habit over the last 40 years of thinking that government has the answers. There's very little that government can do as efficiently and as economically as the people can do themselves. And if government would shut the doors and sneak away for about 3 weeks, we'd never miss it.
There you go. And most of the people on the left want more government, want more intervention, want the government to dictate everything. Guys like Ronald Reagan and the people that believe like that think the government is a problem. He had a really famous saying where he said, when the government says, we're here to help, we're from the government, he said, that's when you should run.
I should say, though, for all of his impressive words and excellent delivery, when he was actually president, he massively increased the deficit and massively increased the debt. In a fiscal sense, in terms of fiscal responsibility, Ronald Reagan was one of the worst presidents in the history of the United States. So that's interesting. A big difference between what he said and what he did.
There you go. Benny Johnson, he put this out here. Skittles removes the titanium dioxide from all its products sold in the USA. They moved out those colored dyes. How are you going to eat your Skittles now without the fancy colors? I got an idea. Don't eat Skittles. It's basically sugar, colored sugar pellets. That's what they should call it on the thing, colored sugar pellets.
It's like rabbit poo or something, like multicolored rabbit poo.
Colored sugar pellets. Who doesn't need more colored sugar pellets? And here's a clip from Rosie Barton. I mean, we're not going to play this. We're kind of long. It's just Rosie Barton saying how, the government should be more evasive when it answers questions. Just like, what? That's the CBC offering advice. And then this one's gone viral on all over X. It's a bus driver driving from, I think it's Calgary to Edmonton, while he's playing on his phone. I'm going to play a little bit of this clip here. That's good. And as this goes on for a while, somebody recorded like maybe he's playing Candy Crush and maybe he's just trying to get to the next level. Who knows?
Maybe he's playing Grand Theft Auto, trying to learn how to drive a bus.
But hey, if he had a self-driving bus, then he could just play Candy Crush, I guess.
Then he would be out somewhere on the picket line, wouldn't he, protesting? He'd be saying, it's not safe. It's not safe to have a robot drive you. I should drive you.
Well, I'm playing Candy Crush. And then somebody put out this meme here, the United States presidents, and they're all single people throughout history, from George Washington to Trump right now. But just before Trump, or in between Trump, sandwiched in between Trump, was a gang of several people running the presidency. Undisclosed gang, I guess.
Well, I'm sure the history will be written on it, and we'll find out who the main players were.
I think they're doing that. And Donald Trump put out a tweet, and I put it in this section here because I guess breaking, the Pulitzer Prize has been taken away from a couple of news organizations, New York Times and Washington Post. He calls them something else, but for their work on Russiagate and stuff like that. And I guess, being that it wasn't a real story, they pulled it back.
Doesn't do good things for their reputation, really, does it?
No. And then there's this AI video being done out there that's part of this movement in Alberta against the federal government. And we're just going to play a little bit of it, and then we're going to go out with that. We'll just play it as we're going out because We won't come back after that. But that's our show for today. We'll play it as we're going out. But it's a really good job on AI. And it's pretty impressive though what they did with AI. But maybe just we'll play a little clip and we'll come back there. Just play a little bit, like maybe 15 seconds of it or something like that. You can go find that if you're interested in watching. It's quite long. I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes. But like a couple of reasons, it's you think of the like getting messaging out there for different things, like the way that AI put that together. Like it's pretty impressive.